Get ready for an unfiltered dose of reality straight from the streets. Introducing the Ask a Cop podcast on YouTube. Join Daryl Triplett, a seasoned 30-year vet, and Jeff Blair, a no-nonsense 14-year vet, as they dive deep into law enforcement. They're here to break down barriers and answer your burning questions. Curious? Visit askacop.live. Ask a Cop every Thursday at 8 p.m. Subscribe now at askacop.live. It's time to Ask a Cop.
And ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, we are back. I am so excited. This is, believe it or not, our 7th episode. And seven. Yeah. Yeah. I'm your boy Daryl Triplett.
I'm Jeff.
Come on now, we do this every freaking week. Jesus Christ.
These people are probably like,
one more time. I want to fucking click off. Oh boy, welcome to Ask a Cop, where you can call up here and you can ask a cop anything that you want. Again, like I said, we shoot straight from the hip. People, you can give us a call at 770-727-1620, and you can ask a cop. Now,
it's figurative. We don't really shoot from the hip.
Well, no, we don't. No, we shoot from the side like this here because we bust a cap.
This is Boys in the Hood?
Whatever, I guess, yeah. So, disclaimer, this is going to be hot topics today, folks. And I'm going to tell you now that you may, and I want you to go to askacop.live. and I want you to subscribe. Because some of the shit that we're going to probably say today might get us canceled. So I'm just letting you know the show going to go on. It just probably won't be on social media. It's going to be at askacop.live.
But we're hoping that we don't get canceled. But
please don't cancel it.
It's a big ass chance that it might happen. Only because, like I said, we're talking about shit that we're gonna say shit y'all probably say at home, but you probably wouldn't say out in public, and that's probably what we're gonna say. So you guys, you gotta feel exactly what we're saying. You're probably gonna agree with us,
right?
You're probably gonna disagree with us,
and that's okay to disagree.
That is okay to disagree.
This is at the end of this segment. That's what I want to bring home. Mm-hmm. Is it's okay to disagree. You don't have to hate me. I don't have to hate you. We can still disagree and still be cool. All right? I'm not saying that we got to go make love to each other. I'm just saying that, hey, I got a viewpoint. You got a viewpoint.
It depends on how she looks.
Oh, God. Jesus, here we go. Like I said, y'all subscribe to askacop.live and get on our registration there. It's at the bottom of the page. Because if they cancel us, we're going to keep going. But it just may not be on this platform.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Roland Hillman is in the house. How you doing, Roland? Rondell. That's Rondell. Oh, I was going to say Roland.
Put your glasses on. Goddamn.
Goddamn glasses on. Jesus Christ. Hillman. How you doing, buddy? I'm a little upset with you, but you know why. I love you still, but we're going to talk after the show. I'm going to call you. So, people, we got a nice topic for you today. We're going to have a defense attorney is going to be calling in and going to be answering some tough questions. Now, the topics that we're going to get into today, come on, guys, everybody share the link. Share the link. Y'all know how we do this. Share the link. Share the link. Let's go. Let's get it cracking. Let's go. Get it cracking. Okay. A hot topic is, can the public film police officers with your cell phones, with other audio devices and stuff like that? Can the public film police officers? And then the second subject that we're going to get into at the end of the show, which is going to be a hot button topic, is going to be the political gamble with Vice President Kamala Harris. And hey, John, thanks for joining us again. So that's going to be some of the hot topics that we're getting into today. And y'all going to see me keep messing with this thing here because My damn phone keeps falling. So ghetto rigged that shit. But anyway, so we're gonna get into it. First thing, y'all know what time it is. We're gonna get started off with Jeff and Daryl's game here, and I want to see which one of you guys get these answers right. And how the game goes is I'm going to ask 3 questions to you about what do you think about Jeff? What is true about Jeff? Your job is to put them in the chat here and to answer them, right? And then Jeff's going to go and he's going to say, what are 3 things true about Daryl? And you guys put it in there and you answer it. Now, the winner of this round, Jeff is going to buy you a
absolutely nothing.
Jeff is going to buy you an Ask a Cop t-shirt, right? One of these fancy dancy t-shirts that we got on. We got available on our merch right up there in the up here in the top part of the show right here. Okay, so the winner of this now, it's going to be the first person who gets it right. Okay, we're not giving out 30 of these damn shirts. So we got stuck the last time. The last guy was like,
that's off the hook. He was like, hey, did you get my cash out? Did you get my cash out?
It's like, God dang on, mother. You wasn't even the first answer. Okay, so here we go, guys. Thank you guys for joining. You guys sit back, relax, grab a stick, and pour your drink, and this cheers to you guys right here, man.
Yep. So let's get it.
Okay, you're up, Jeff.
I'm up. Shit. Okay. All right. I'm going first. All right. What strange behavior is true about Daryl? Even though there's a lot of them, but there's only one that's true on here. A, he has 10 kids and hail from Columbus, Ohio. What really gets him mad is people who don't use their turn signals. B, is he's a proud father of 5 kids from sunny California, and nothing grinds his gears more than pineapple pizza. Now, you remember I told you guys last week, anything dealing with food is probably going to be right, but I don't know if this was all on. Let's see. C is he has 3 kids straight out of Texas, and his biggest pet peeve is slow walkers in a crowded place. Which one y'all think? Somebody says A.
A, okay.
Ms. Wright says A.
Okay, Wright says A. All right. What else? Somebody said C. John said C.
John said C.
All right. Anybody else? Come on, y'all, get that shirt. Get those. You know.
I'm gonna give y'all a hint right now.
Don't give them no hint. You can't give them no hint. That's cheating.
I can't. All right.
That's cheating. Then they ain't gonna be calling here saying we're a fraud. Jesus Christ, Jeff.
Hey, listen, I was trying to help them out.
All right. So the correct answer is. Can I get a drum roll, please? Oh, I see our attorneys coming online too. Right here. Drum roll, please.
Let's go. What could it be?
The correct answer is God, son, Jesus Christ, son. My oldest son my next to oldest son just answered the goddamn gone question. It's A. It's A, people. We have 10 kids, and
Zarina says because pineapple on pizza is good.
I've never tried pineapple on pizza.
She must be from the east side of Atlanta.
Right. I've never tried pineapple.
They eat anything.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
I ain't never tried no pineapple
I'm sure
on
you
pizza.
have. You've tried everything.
Well, that's how I got 10 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hope my mother's not watching.
Hey, Miss Wright.
Right. Okay. All right. So who was the winner of that one? Who answered A first? Miss Wright answered A first. Okay.
A. All right.
Miss Wright is the winner. Miss Wright is the winner. If you will, we'll get your contact information right. Just stand by for just a second, and our producers will show you how to send the email with your contact information. We'll send you a shirt. Okay.
Zone 6 all day.
Zone 6, baby.
I told her she wouldn't have the pineapple on her pizza. I told her she must be from East Atlanta. So she's telling me, yes, she is from East Atlanta. Nasty ass with pineapples on your pizza.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Okay, all right, moving on here. We got to move on because we have a very special guest that's tuning in. That's going to be
all right. So next is about me. All right, you go ahead.
Okay, all right. So the next one is about Jeff. Okay, which of these strange behaviors is true about Jeff? A, he's got 4 kids and he hails from New York City, and nothing ticks him off more than slow Wi-Fi. Okay, all right. You can't answer. You can't answer. All right. B.
I got some shit. I always got some shit.
He's a dad of 3, straight out of Texas, and don't even think about talking to him before his morning cup of coffee. It's his pet peeve. Or
don't talk to me at all.
period. C. Jeff parachuted with a trash bag from his bedroom window when he was a kid. Now, which one do you guys think? A, B, or C about Jeff? Okay, I got a C.
Zarina says
he's crazy like that. Laugh out loud. Someone else says C. John says C. Okay. All right. We're going to give a few more seconds. Interesting, buddy. Okay, A, B, or C. Y'all want me to read it one more time? I'm reading one more time. All right, A, he got 4 kids. He hails from New York City. And nothing ticks him off more than slow Wi-Fi. B, he's a dad of 3. He's straight out of Texas. And don't even think about talking to him before his morning cup of coffee because that's his pet peeve. C, Jeff parachuted with his big ass head.
Hillman says B.
Okay, Jeff parachuted.
Wright says B.
Uh-huh.
Digital marker says C. Okay.
All right, okay, last one. Jeff parachuted with a trash bag from his bedroom window when he was a kid. That would be the dumbest damn thing I've ever heard in my life. All right, drum roll, please. Bobcat Can said A.
Hey, all right. Well, you've worked with me before, so you know I do a lot of dumb shit. Therefore, the answer is C. But it was actually the roof. Me and my cousin used to jump off the roof of the house with trash bags. It was a shed, the roof of the shed. With trash bags.
How'd that work out for you?
It didn't work at all. But I'm surprised that motherfucker had no broken bones. We did all kind of dumb shit.
I can just see that right now.
It didn't work.
Y'all dumbass jumping off the damn roof.
Jumping off the roof.
All right, here's at you people. Good. All right, people, we got a hot topic right now. Why do you always do that, son?
It's a sound, like the sound.
Oh yeah,
they do.
yeah. We have a very special guest with us today, and I've known this gentleman for a very long time, and his name is Anthony Carr, and he is a defense attorney, or used to be a defense attorney, and we wanted to get his perspective on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of welcome to Anthony Carr. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Oh, hold on. You're muted. I can't hear you. We got a little technical difficulty there. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony is a very good friend of the show. Can we hear you try to say something?
Still can't hear.
No, still you're muted down somewhere. That's okay. You work on it. We'll go on. Whenever you get it fixed, we're right here. Yeah, Anthony is. When I tell you, if I was to get in trouble, if I was to catch a case when he was an attorney, I would definitely. That would be the freaking matter of fact. He's gotten me out of some stuff. We can take all the guesswork out this shit. He's bailed my ass out of a couple things. I've called Anthony a couple times.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. I'm sure he got your ass out some shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Always in some shit.
Yeah, he's a good brother too. But what we wanted, people, like I said, part of our show is talking crap, smoking our sticks, drinking our Woodford, and educating you with the best people who want to come on the show and educate us brothers and sisters, black, white, Chinese, whatever. Don't make no difference to us. We hear about cohesiveness and joining together. And like I said before, one thing about it, two things for sure, is that we always are not going to agree on certain stuff. All right. And that's a big part of the show that we're going to learn today. We're not going to all agree probably on the same thing. And we're not supposed to.
No, we're
not supposed to fucking agree on every single thing, right? So that's what makes us individual, and that's what makes us special. So
I have some other qualities that make me special.
Like what? I can't even. Jesus Christ.
We won't talk about them.
Let's see here. Okay, so Anthony's having a little problem here. Let's see what we got here. You're all good on my end, buddy. I don't know why you're not coming through on. And I know our volume's up there, so we should be able to hear you. You want to hang up and try again?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Tell them to hang up and try again.
Or try from your laptop or something like that, or another device. Yeah. Okay. So, folks, we're going to go ahead and jump into it here while Anthony fixes his problem there. Mr. Kerr fixes his problem. But first, what I have to do, I have to thank our sponsors real quick, because without, we're fine. Thank you so much. We're fine. Thank you guys for tuning back in. Is that Izzy? Where's Izzy?
I don't know if that's your Israel.
Oh, no. That's another one. That's another one. Yeah. Oh, thank you, brother. Anyway, but we have to pay some bills real quick. Do not turn off. We're up to 3,640 views. 3,640 views. You guys like, subscribe to the channel, please. It's early on in the show, but we have to take a break and pay some bills. And we'll be right back in just a second. And yeah, right. I don't pay bills. You do pay bills. All right, go ahead to the commercial.
With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pools sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art. Meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets craftsmanship.
Okay. All right. So, people, we are back. Okay. So this conversation that I want to get into, very, very important. So a lot of us encounter the police every single day. Most of the time, folks, it's without problems. Most of the time, it goes off without a freaking hitch. But sometimes it does go crazy. Now, we get a lot of questions. People calling every day. What can you do and what can't you do with the police? One of the things that we got a question on is, can you videotape a police officer? This next slide that you're about to see is going to address a situation that happened, a very violent situation that happened. Then someone recorded it, and then we'll get your outcome of what you think was the issue, right or wrong. But I'm telling you now, prepare yourself for the video. Okay, go ahead and roll the clip.
Alright, I'm gonna see that you know that, right? I'm gonna see you know that, right? I'm gonna see you know that, right?
Yo, what? I gotta make it rough.
Don't fucking hit him, bro. Don't fucking hit him. Yo, don't fucking hit him. Go ahead. Hey. Yo, don't fucking hit him. Hey, look. You fucking dumb. Don't fucking hit him, bro. Look. Back up.
Okay, people. Okay, now that was a video of someone filming the cops. Now, before we get into whether the cops are right or wrong, to me, I'll give you my opinion is I believe that videoing the police, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Anthony is back. Okay, so let's try to bring Anthony back on here.
But to answer that question, while we bring him up here.
Mr. Kerr, you back?
Yes, I'm here, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Hey, good, man.
We're in the building.
Right. Did you see the video that we just played?
I did see the video.
Okay, all right. So, well, let's get defense attorneys thoughts first.
Let's get
Let's get to it. Well, let me clarify. I'm no longer practicing as an attorney. I've left the profession of being in the courtroom. I'm now operating on the business side and using my legal skills to further our business endeavors. But nonetheless, I still have the training and I still have the experience and I still have the knowledge.
And he was a hell of an attorney when he was one. And I'm sure he's making probably
Still am, but not practicing. So if I'm ever in trouble myself, I know what to do. Or if my family is ever in trouble, or if Daryl ever finds himself in trouble, he knows who to call.
Again. That is my brother from another mother right there. When I tell you we have been through some shit together, he is a good brother.
Sir.
Cheers. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers. Much love.
Yes, sir. Much love. Much love. Excellent show, by the way. I've been enjoying everything I've been seeing so far.
Oh, wow. Thanks, man.
Good.
So what do you think about the video?
Depends on the question. The video was a little bit disturbing. The question, are they allowed to record? There's no issue there from a legal perspective. That from the officer's point of view, I'd say, is there an expectation of privacy? So when it comes to police officers engaging in a public, in their official public duties, they're an officer of the public, and I don't believe there is ever an expectation of privacy while carrying out a formal police duty. So no, there is no restrictions. Now, would it be wise in certain circumstances and certain scenarios to put yourself in the position to be at odds with an officer while they're engaged in law enforcement activity? You could find yourself in a position where you're obstructing an arrest or impeding an investigation. But I'd say those are the limits of what your restrictions would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I agree, because there's been several times where, and we see it all the time, where officers are being filmed. Which, in my opinion, yes, you are able to film the officer, but when it becomes, when you get too close, a lot of people love to run up on the officer with their camera in his face and things like that. I think when, like you just said, Carl, when you get too close, when it becomes a situation where you're obstructing the officer in his duties, then that's when it becomes a problem.
Right, and there are legal consequences for that. You're not allowed to impede an investigation or obstruct an officer. But I don't believe recording is in any way an obstruction, and the officer should have a reasonable expectation of being recorded because they're executing a public duty in an official public capacity. So I don't see an issue there. That gentleman may have a case, though.
Hold on,
Oh, yeah,
Mr. Carr. We have a caller on the line. Hold on one second. Ask a cop. How can I help you? Yes. Hey, Kimball. How are you?
Hey, man, talking about brothers from another mother.
Right. Hey. You're on live. You're on live. You're on the air live.
Yeah, I can only see a little clip of the video. It wouldn't show me the whole thing, but my outlook. The officer's in the wrong. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Right.
The one thing that's going to irritate the officer is when they pull you over and you pull out the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what goes out there? That's one thing that's going to irritate the cops to no end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
When they pull you over for, not only is he going to be looking for that, but he's going to be looking for anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you look at, let's talk a little bit about this video that we just seen.
Yeah.
So that's in New York City. First off, it's just a different. I think. Well, no, and you're from the Bahamas or somewhere like that, right? Jamaica.
I'm from Jamaica. I know we all look alike, but it's Jamaica.
So that's from New York City. So let's talk about that video just a second. The officers, first off, whatever had happened, They were willing to squash it and let this dude go.
Which they were.
Okay,
They were walking off.
They did. They let this dude. They unhanded him, and they were like, "Fine, whatever." I don't know what they were even stopping him for, whatever. Then the reason why the producers put that clip in there because it's talking about cell phoning. Can we record the officers? Then that's when the guy took and got up in the officer's face and touched her in some type of way and was recording and talking crap to her. And then that's when she smacked his hand out the way and then the fight begun or whatever. So to me, listen, if you go looking for an ass whooping, sometimes you will find it. Because these motherfuckers is letting you go.
Yes.
I say, get the hell on, go on and do what you got to do. If you need to file a complaint, do whatever you're going to do. There ain't no reason for you to be going up to this woman, putting your hand in her face, no phone up in her face, and technically even a brush across could be considered an assault, correct, Anthony?
Yeah, especially when you're doing it against an officer. So that's definitely an aggressive move against the law enforcement officer is not a good thing, especially if you're doing the first punch or making first contact.
Right. So Chuck,
that's one of my biggest pet peeves, man. If you're gonna record me, fine, but do that shit at a distance.
Right. And I think there's some states where it's like 20 feet rule.
Yes, the Florida just made a new law where I believe at one time it was 10 feet, but now Florida has backed it up to 20 feet. So if you are within 20 feet of that officer trying to record, then that can be considered obstruction in the state of Florida now. I think it needs to be like that across the board because people, they'll be in their feelings and want to record. And I've always been like, hey, great, record, but do me a favor, back the hell up, please.
And that's the thing, because you got to be careful. They could reach out, try to grab your gun.
Yeah, hey, you never know.
Chuck, let me ask you a question. Where are you calling from now? Tennessee. What do they have a law in Tennessee about recording there or no?
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But I can tell you, if you know what's on the army, it would be a real good idea that you got to read.
Right. Absolutely. Well, Chuck, hey man, it's good to hear your voice again, brother. And we're going to definitely catch up after the show or whatever. But thank you for calling in, brother. Thank you.
They don't think clearly. Because if they did, half the stuff they do, they wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Right, absolutely. So, absolutely.
Take care of that, brother. I'll talk to you.
Okay, man. Thanks, man. Okay, thanks for calling. Bye. All right. We got a call from Tennessee. That was Chuck Kimball. Yeah, he's a good man. So again, I think that if you go and agitate a problem, you're going to find it. So do I agree with, hey, a fight's a fight in my book. And my thing is, stupid shit gets stupid results. So my thing is, just leave him alone, bro. What are you trying to prove? And what do you think is going to happen? So yeah, these guys may have been a little hot-headed once he put that camera in the face, and I guess it's a simple assault.
I believe it was too many of them for that many punches to be given to the guy, just in my opinion. It was about 4 of them. I think it should have been no problem with them picking him up, getting him under control. On the ground, right. Get him on the ground.
Did I miss the first part of that video? Was the gentleman, was he a recorder?
The first part of that video, Carr, is they was doing whatever they was doing with him, and then they let him go. And then he strikes the officer as they're walking off. He strikes the officer.
He hits in the officer's face and pushes against her or something like that. Let's watch the video one more time, producer. Let's bring the video up one more time, please, for Mr. Kerr. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna see you know that, right? Yo!
And she got on his ass. But that many officers like that, it makes it look so disgusting. It makes it look so bad. And he once again,
You fucking dumb.
they got an egg.
Okay, all right.
So he did. He actually hit the officer.
So what do you think? Does it change or does it stay the same?
Pretty much stays this. He initiated contact, but if I was his attorney, I do believe he has some ramifications. There's a degree of reasonableness. I think they continued force beyond where they had him subdued and under control. So I think the level of force that was displayed was excessive. But the exchange itself, he initiated, and I don't believe there's any such thing as a fight with a police officer. That's just automatically an assault. So if you're initiating first contact, that's a little bit problematic. So I do think he initiated first contact. I do believe the officers did need to subdue him or get him under control. But once they did that, they were supposed to calm down. I didn't see that they de-escalated. So my assessment would be excessive.
Right. Yeah. That's what. Well,
I agree.
I agree with that assessment, and then I also agree with, cops are humans too. Mm-hmm. And if you punch me in the face, or if you assault me, you're probably gonna get hit in the damn jaw. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyone in the face, you're probably gonna have a bad. You're probably gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna get one, but if it's four of us, I'm gonna get mines, and then the other three should de-escalate the situation. I think all three of them.
Stupid games get stupid prizes.
Yes,
stop acting like a fucking idiot. They letting you go. Now, first off, in New York City, when the fuck does that happen? They letting you go, bro. So whatever problem you got, this guy's a freaking idiot, Anthony. He's an idiot. whatever issue you got, go down to the precinct, file a complaint, do whatever. You do not have to assault this woman and get up in her face.
That is true.
Period, point blank. You can't be, I tell my kids this all the time. You can't be strong and wrong. You can't be the aggressor and then play victim when they punch you on the damn face down.
So Megan says, one of the comments, she says, the implicated person was wrong for not walking away. And I get why the female officer swung, but they kept punching him. Why? Like the male Hispanic officer should have de-escalated the situation. Mm-hmm. And I agree. And to be honest, like Tripp said, listen, I'm human. If somebody hit me in the face like that after I'm letting you go, I'm probably gonna wail on your ass too, but reasonably. And then we have to discontinue.
We have to de-escalate.
So at the same time, I'm on both sides because, like I said, officers, we're people too. And then in that situation, if you hit one of us, you have to deal with all of us too. So I understand it 50%, other 50% at the end of the day is like, yeah, somebody should have de-escalated the situation and it should have been handled a little bit better.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have hit him so much, but again, you go poking at a fucking hornet's nest, you're gonna get what you want.
You're gonna get stung.
You're gonna get what the fuck you want. So quit acting fucking stupid and you'll be fine. Just leave these motherfuckers alone. Let them go on about their way. You go on about your way. If there's a complaint that needs to be filed, file it, whatever. Yep. So we're going to get into the legal aspects of it now, where it talks about sort of the PowerPoint. So Anthony, we prepare a PowerPoint slide. So what we'll get into next. Go ahead and run the PowerPoint slides.
I like that word.
Well, I try to give you a little bit of credit somewhere.
So guys, got slides. Y'all doing big things over here. Heavy production.
Okay, can the public film police officers, go ahead to the next slide. Okay, I'll take, okay, so this one here, just basically the public's rights, it's an introduction, public's rights to film police officers, the legal and ethical considerations in Georgia. Go ahead to the next slide, sir. Okay, all right, I'll take the first one here. Georgia law on filming police. A brief overview of the First Amendment. Does that fall under the First Amendment, Anthony? It does, right?
Speech, recording. I'm not sure that this is a speech issue, but maybe.
Right, but maybe. Okay, specific Georgia law, OCGA 16-11-16, 60. Sorry, let me give that again. That's too much Wolford. Matter of fact, let me take another sip and get my mind right.
Yeah, go ahead. Because we're only 35 minutes in.
Oh God, Jesus. Okay, 16-11-60, protecting the rights to record. Notable cases: Smith versus the City of Cumming and the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals in 2000 affirms the right to record police. So we have case law there. So this has been challenged, Anthony, already.
Mm-hmm.
This has been challenged, and it's been up to the Supreme Court, and this is what they ruled on it. So it is legal to film the police. I would urge each of you, if you're going to do that, do it at a safe distance.
That's the key.
Right.
A safe distance. You could come out with a whole camera crew if you wanted to with fucking boom microphones. Who cares? But do that shit at a safe distance.
Right, because if you need to zoom in, you don't have to get close to zoom in. Hell, you could zoom in on your phone
from 20 feet away.
Yeah, from 20 feet away and zoom in and get 4K video of this guy punching him in the face if that's what's going on. So,
and the reason why that is, if some people don't understand, is I had a situation a couple months back where I was the only officer on the scene at that time. I'm fighting two people. So would it be smart for somebody with the camera?
More like getting his ass whooped by two people.
No. So you should see the video. Is it smart if you want to record me? Would it be smart to run up right behind me, as I'm fighting two people? No. Let me tell you what's going to happen to you. I'm going to think you're a third person, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to knock all the shit that you got in you out of you, right? Because I have no idea who you are.
I'm sure we're going to get canceled.
But it's true. If you're running up, you're getting that close to an officer, especially if he's dealing with two or more people, he's going to think
at this point you're fighting for your life.
You're fighting, yes, because I have no idea. I'm already fighting two of these ignorant ass people. So now I got to fight a third. But guess what? You're not really fighting me. You're trying to record me, and you're right in my face.
So you're going to get sucker punched. You're going to get sucker punched in the face just for trying to record.
Just for trying to record. When, once again, it is perfectly legal, but it has to be at a safe distance.
Yeah, I would encourage everybody safe distance.
Safe distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Safe distance. Also, you got to keep in mind that an officer is allowed to make a reasonable mistake. So you don't want to be a part of any reasonable mistakes. You don't want to blur the lines between who's a perpetrator and who is not.
Yeah, I wanted more on that. Yeah.
Elaborate on that, Anthony.
Like your partner said, if officers engage in law enforcement activity and someone's trying to record and may have come from behind the officer trying to get a better view, if the officer's in the heat of passion or in the heat of whatever it is doing, and he turns around and you have a black phone in your hand pointing in the officer's direction, a lot of things could go not in your way in some of those situations. So it's not just a free-for-all. You can't just run up on someone unexpected and just take those chances, because there are some scenarios where a reasonable mistake could not be in your favor.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Now that's good insight right there. That's the reason why we have former attorneys on, because things like that, guess what? I would never even freaking thought of that, Anthony. Yeah. I've never thought about that.
But it's
very true.
It's very, very true.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Very, very true.
Okay, I'll let you take the next one.
So we got ethical rights and implications. So ethical reasons for filming an officer. So, you guys, we see a lot of police brutality, shit like that. We just talked about Sonia Massey last week. We see that stuff in the news. So we understand like why you pull your phone out and you start recording. And so the number one on our list is accountability. That's the public's way of holding us as police officers accountable. Transparency, right? Sometimes officers fuck up. And that transparency is, well, you can't lie about this, Billy, right? Because multiple people had you on camera. So you can't really lie about what happened. Community trust, right? Going back to holding us knowing that we're held accountable, we're held to a different level, different standard. We have to build that trust with the community, and that's what this whole podcast is about. Right. This whole podcast is about us being able to share this information with you guys. This is for the public. This is a community policing platform, right? Next is potential ethical concerns. Those cameras come out because you want the officer to know, hey, I'm recording you, just so you know. Like, right? So we hear it all the time. We're recording you, and so that's their way of keeping us in check, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Policy issues, right? I'm recording this person. You know what? He violated this policy, or he did this wrong. He did that wrong. That's why we're being filmed, because they want to show that. If we fuck up, we do something wrong, they want to be able to show that on camera. And lastly, interfering with police duties. Now, we just talked about that, and we talked about the definitions that you just gave, Carr, about getting too close to that officer. If you're going to film, that is great. It's wonderful. Still do it from a safe distance, so that way you don't get hurt, you don't get anybody else hurt, and you got the footage that you want. Right. Yeah.
Right. So the topics that we're talking about right now is, someone asked us to repeat it again. Can the public film police officers? We showed a video where someone filmed a police officer in a fight situation, and we asked the question if it was right or wrong, and so that's where we're at right now on this thing right now. We have Anthony Kerr, a former defense attorney, with us right now, who's answering all the hot topics, all the hot questions. Listen, this dude usually charges $900 an hour. I know. I fucking know. So you guys are getting him on the podcast right now. This is the time to ask the questions. This is the time that if you have any questions, legal questions, stuff like that, hey, put it in the chat group here. All right.
Numbers at the bottom of the screen.
He's chilling. He's having a cigar, or well, not a cigar, but he doesn't smoke. But he's having a drink, and these sessions usually go at $900 an hour.
Well, keep in mind, these are just my thoughts. I'm not allowed to give formal legal advice. So these are just my opinions.
These are just his opinions. Okay. All right. Police officers' rights and responsibilities. Let's go to the next slide here. Officer rights. Okay, now, as officers, we have rights also. Officers have the right to work without obstruction. So there's a section in the Georgia Code called obstruction. It's sort of a catch-all phrase. It's sort of POP, pissed off police.
Piss off the police.
Right? Obstruction. That could be anything pretty much, right? That the officer says it is. However he writes it up. So you want to be careful that you're not falling into that sight of an officer for obstruction. The guidelines for officers on how to handle being filmed. So listen, these are to my officers. I'm speaking directly to my police officers. It could be security officers. It could be anybody that's in law enforcement. A lot of people try to bait us into arguments.
Yes, all the time.
Right? They try to bait us into fights. They're looking for a payday. Yep. So I would strongly suggest to you, don't give it to them. I have several times taken my officers by the back of their belts and said, come here, let's go. We're done here. Yeah. There's nothing else to do here. All this motherfucker trying to do is debate us into an argument. And if we're stupid enough to sit there and argue with this idiot, then who's the idiot? Right? So at some point in time, someone's got to be the mature person and say, okay, fine, enough is enough. Yeah. And the emphasis on de-escalation and respecting public's rights. Now, Anthony, I'll let you take that one. What do you feel about that one?
I'm not sure. I can't see. Say the question again.
Emphasis on de-escalation and respecting the public's rights.
That's kind of vague, but de-escalation, the officer always has a duty to de-escalate. I think the officer has the high ground in any conflict. So the law is on the officer's side. The benefit of the doubt is on the officer's side. So he's in a position of power. So it is on him or her, the officer, to de-escalate. Then it's on the public or the member of the public not to provoke or to instigate anything. But within those parameters, yes, you do have the right to record. No, you don't want to engage with an officer that has the upper hand. And yes, the officer does have an obligation to de-escalate where possible.
Correct. So no, absolutely. So there you have it. Next slide. And I'll let you take this one.
This one is good. This one is good because this talks about, okay, what to do if the officer is asking you not to film, right? And like we just talked about, you have a right to film. You can. But it says here, look, know your rights, remain calm and polite. Steps to take if the officer asks to stop filming. Politely assert your rights to film. Do not physically interfere with the police's activity. Guys, I cannot stress that part enough.
Right.
Do not interfere. If I've had an instance where a lady was filming me, got somebody on the ground, got them in cuffs, and I'm walking them to our destination, and she decides to walk very closely behind me. Once again, that is not acceptable. You can still record, but just from a safe distance. Document the interaction if possible, right? So once again, you still have the right to take notes about what you saw. I mean, it's on camera, so you got it. And then seek legal advice if your rights are violated. So, Carl, on that last one, and I know these, of course, are just your opinions, but that last one, seek legal advice if you feel like your rights is violated. So if somebody was to ask you, they came to you and they said, hey, I was trying to record and the officer did X, Y, Z, like what would be your steps in a situation like that?
Oh, it's a good question.
That is a good question. One is who's in? Is there some sort of violation? So you see, is everyone on their square? Is the officer where he's supposed to be? Is the member of the public where they're supposed to be? Officer in executing his public duty has no expectation of privacy. They do have an expectation of not being interfered with or not having their investigation interfered with or their official duty impeded. But that officer is discharging a public obligation, and the public does have the right to observe and scrutinize. So the limitation on the public is you do not have the right to interfere with an investigation, or you do not have the right to be obstructive. So to the extent that your recording is interfering or your recording is obstructive, then you may come across some limitations there. But I think with that in mind, that's the parameter that we're working with. So there is no bar against recording a police officer in a discharge of their public duty. So that is well within a person's rights, so long as they do not cross over into interference.
So if I'm recording an officer and he's like, you better not be freaking recording me, what do I do? Take 2 steps back, take 10 steps back, still record, or do I stop recording?
Well, that's where you have to that's where you have to assess the situation, because in these scenarios, your rights is what you're legally allowed to do is different from what is safe and recommended for you to do. So just because you're legally within your rights, if that officer is highly irritated, if you're in a congested or intense scenario, and the officer is asking you to cooperate, and in his mind you're not cooperating, and the exchange is a little heated, that could go uh, not so much in your favor. So it's a different question. What is legal? What is legal? The officer does not have an expectation of privacy in the discharge of his duties. So you are allowed to record him. Is it wise to record an agitated officer who's clearly giving you instructions to stop and is under the impression that you may be interfering with them? So this is a situation do you want to do you want to have the experience of going through whatever the situation is, then litigating your rights after? Then sometimes when you're dealing with your rights after, you may be in an unfortunate position. I'm not sure if you want to be compensated for injuries or wrongs done against you, and if you get compensation for that, or if you want to avoid a situation going in. So those are some of the things you need to think about. But in terms of does an officer have an expectation of privacy? No.
I don't want to cut you off real quick.
Right.
So we got a good question here, and we got to say it before it clicks off our screen. It is based off of the officer's response, and at that point, is it too late for the civilian? Does that mean you're already in violation? And that answer is no. So there's really, and in my opinion, it's no. Carl, I want you to chime in, but I believe that you're not in violation for recording because you still have the right to do so. It's just you have to ask yourself these questions, Williams. Am I obstructing the officer? Am I too close to the officer? Am I doing anything to obstruct what he's doing? If any answer to those questions is yes, then once again, get to a safe space from that officer because you still do have the right to record. Carl, what do you think about that question?
I think you answered that perfectly. Yes, you do. You do have the right. Well, let me say it a different way. The officer does not have an expectation of privacy in the discharge of their public duty. So there is no restriction against you recording. There is no expectation of privacy whatsoever. You are forbidden from interfering with an officer formal investigation, and you're forbidden from impeding an officer. So to the extent that your recording is interfering or impeding, then you may have an issue. Outside of that, no, there is no bar.
Right. Right.
I agree.
So, wow, this is good stuff. This is the reason why I wanted you to come on, Anthony. I call him Anthony. You guys call him Mr. Kerr. We're personal, and you guys are not personal with him. He's my friend, not yours. Yeah, hey. But this is the reason I definitely want you to come on because I know he's a straight shooter and he's going to hit it out of the ballpark. Now, Anthony, this is the time of the show to where it's going to turn a little bit.
Gloves are coming off.
The gloves are coming off. I want to warn you, the gloves are coming off. Someone asked
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Okay. We're talking about, someone asked, what the hell are you guys talking about? We're talking about, can the public film the police officers in the political gamble with Vice President Harris or not? So we are going into, is it a political gamble with Vice President Harris or not? After this station identification, don't stop viewing, guys. We got to pay some bills.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Did I do it right? You did it good. You did really good. Yeah. You schmuck. All right, hold on one second, guys. We got to pay some bills. We're coming right back. Hold on one second.
Dial these kids.
With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pool sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art, meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets
Go to
craftsmanship.
camera 2. I got it. Okay, people, we're back. Tallman Pools, a great sponsor of the show. Very good people. They're a very big sponsor of the show. I don't know if you know Tallman Pools right
Thank
there.
you, buddy. We couldn't do this without you.
Right, Anthony. Matter of fact, you have a pool. You need to contact Tallman Pools. They're a great pool company. They service pools. They fix them, all that other good stuff. So, yeah, Tallman Pools is a good pool company. And they support the show wholeheartedly. We're going into Anthony. Are you still with us? Okay, something's going on in his camera where he's hung up right now. Okay, so we're moving into
the meat. And potatoes.
The meat and potatoes? Because you guys are gonna don't hate me after this. Okay, I still love you.
If you hate me or not.
Well, I still love you. I'm used to it too, but
I love it.
Dang it, but here we go. We're off. Is it a political gamble with Vice President Harris or not? Now,
I'd say.
Hold on a second before you say it. Hold on a second. I did a news interview on News Nation a day ago.
This guy's big time. I'm just here.
Okay, it's a national news platform that I'm on a panel with. Now,
Malcolm, you back in the
house?
Malcolm,
hey,
man.
So we did I sat on the board for this panel. Now, I want to forewarn you that some of you may disagree, some of you may not. I don't care. These are my views and opinion, right? I did a national interview and I spoke my heart. And I'm going to play.
Spoke from the heart, people.
Or the gut.
Not a gut.
I'm going to play the news interview, and I want you guys' opinion on this because I got a lot of heat from this. But I got to be honest. Okay, go ahead. Viewer discretion is advised. Go ahead and play the video. Here we go. We're off.
This time tomorrow, we could find out who Vice President Harris is picking as her running mate. This against former President Donald Trump. Here's a list of the potential picks. Over the weekend, she reportedly met with Senator Mark Kelly and Governors Josh Shapiro and Tim Walz. The poll showed Trump with a lead that's now below 1%, a big difference from the lead he had over President Biden. That was just a few weeks ago. To discuss where the race stands, we are joined by our panel of undecided voters, Democrat Rhonda Fulgenetti, Republican Mitch Robson, and Independent Daryl Triplett. Wonderful to have you all. Thank you for being here. Daryl, I'd like to start with you. In your view, which potential VP pick would add the most momentum, do you think, to the Harris ticket? Who would earn your vote?
You know, at this point, on the Harris ticket, you know, with the things that's been going on, her campaign to me looks like a bunch of buffoons, and I'm very serious when I say that. Well, when you're talking about Kamala's staff and the Democratic Party, even with the pick with her, to me as a citizen, it just seems to be a very lazy pick, like low-hanging fruit. And, you know, that's why a lot of people are, in my opinion, are leaving the Democratic Party and exploring other things. And, you know, at this point, with me, I mean, they could have picked, anybody for a presidential candidate. They could have picked Miss Rachel with a running mate of Dorothy the dinosaur from the Wiggles, for all I care. At this point, like I said, the way that they did with the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing coming out on the campaign trail, and just the whole buffoonery stuff with that. And I'm not saying that the entertainers are doing their jobs. Okay, it's the pick of her campaign staff, which allowed all this to go on, is a clear picture to me that, hey, you're missing a boat if you're trying to appeal to the Black vote. You're missing a boat. That is not the way to do it. And, I think it's dehumanizing to women. I think it's dehumanizing to people of color that her campaign picked that there. And I'm just very, very, very disappointed with her, just the way that she came out with the whole thing. So right now with Kamala Harris, I am just not feeling this here. I mean, it's just if I was her, I would fire my whole campaign staff and start all over. And we need a president that's going to address the serious issues of the country today and really address our concerns.
Daryl, what was the move that made you feel the most that way as you watched her campaign unfold, as you watched some of these announcements? Was there a single moment where something went off in your head and you said, enough's enough?
The booty clapping from Megan Thee Stallion, and it was just the rappers that was on there, that, and I think that, yes, that is their job to do that. And I'm not upset with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not upset with any of the rappers. What I'm upset with is Harris's choice. If you're making a choice like this, you're already the vice president of the United States and you're running for the highest office of the land and you're making ridiculous choices like this, then what is to come in the future? And if you say you didn't know that they were going to be on there, which I wouldn't believe that, then you're incompetent then. So again, it takes us right back to the thing is we need a president who is serious about this country, who's going to address the concerns of the people of this country and not be taken like a freaking joke to the rest of the world.
Daryl, thank you for that. Rhonda, I'll turn to you next. So I'm curious, do you
think
stop
there is
a VP pick?
I got to stop it. I said I wasn't going to stop it.
BJ said, damn, Daryl, you was on the news?
Yeah.
But the booty clapping from Meg Thee Stallion is what got me too. Old Pete was up there shaking his ass.
Listen.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. Listen, guys. I love everyone. But our country.
Except those people who don't use your turn signals.
Except for the people who don't use their turn signals. Listen, our country is such in turmoil. The buffoonery that I seen at her campaign, I was actually willing to give her a chance. Okay?
Not me.
Until I'm like, if this is the decision that you're making and you're already the vice president, you've already said that, well, I'm the first American Indian congresswoman and all this other stuff and not identifying with the African American community. It gives me pause, to say the least, on something like that. And that's the reason why I made that statement. Not that I need any of your permission to make that statement. I'm not looking for that. But what I'm looking for is a commander-in-chief who's going to think about putting us first. The little guy, women's rights on abortion, all this other good stuff. I don't give a damn, and I'm not mad at Megan Thee Stallion for up there booty clapping. That's what she get paid to do. I'm not mad at all the other rappers for up there doing what they do. That's what they do. But what I'm saying simply is we are in a turmoil right now in the United States of America. And this is the best you got, Kamala, of trying to get black votes. You got Megan Thee Stallion out there booty clapping. What does that person say? Booty clapping. And that's supposed to attract black votes. What does that say, producer? Hey.
Janine.
I like Janine.
Get your ass.
Get your ass off our feet. Off our feet.
Yes,
Janine.
I guess if you
So,
twerk,
listen,
Jesus, you can twerk with
listen.
us.
We are in such.
Hold on, wait a minute, real quick.
Huh?
Malcolm has another good question.
Okay, go ahead. Put Malcolm up.
Malcolm says, you put up. Malcolm says, all opinions are blessings that God gives us. That's what makes America great. Appreciating others' opinions.
I agree, Malcolm. You could not have said it better. That's why I love you. It's an opinion of mine. Okay, put Alan up there. Is that Alan?
That's
what did
Alan.
Alan say? What did Alan say? What did she say? What did he say? I can't see.
Just you read it.
Producer?
It says she. It says see.
She doesn't even identify as black, but she wants to pretend
Pander.
or pander to use us.
God damn it.
God damn it.
She
Too much
wants to too much woofer.
See, she don't even know.
She wants to.
but she wants to pander to us. We don't know what she's identified as before she nominated.
Oh, okay. Now let me stop you right there. That is absolutely true. And that's why I said the comment that I said. Because now you want to identify as Indian American and not Black American. And I don't care if you marry a white guy, Puerto Rican guy, Spanish guy, whatever, you married a white guy, and now you're identifying as Indian American. And then now, when it's time to run a president and you want the black vote, now all of a sudden you cooking collard greens in the
I
bathtub.
got Meg Thee Stallion shaking his ass up on the stage. If you know, you know. Zarina says, I agree with Chip 1,000,000%. I'd be dumb to vote for her bullshit.
Thank you. Thank you, Zarina. I love you. All right, go ahead with the video.
That's the woofer talking. He has no idea.
That may work to counteract some of
Now,
that
it's Rhonda's
messaging.
turn
Who
to
do you
comment on
believe
this.
would be the strongest pick and may work to earn your vote?
Hi, good morning, Kelly. How are you? Hi, gentlemen. I really am hoping and rooting that tomorrow in Philadelphia we have Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, on the ticket. I unfortunately disagree with our co-panelists here. I don't think anybody's doing anything buffoonery. I really think that at this point in time, both sides are trying to do the best they can to put their best foot forward. And the question is, do you like what they're presenting, right? And I think on the Democratic side, I think if Kelly gets picked, I mean, these aren't like little candidates. These aren't small people. You know, Kelly is literally an American hero and has done so much for this country with him and his wife. It's actually offensive to hear that that pick would not be a good pick for this country. In addition to that, you have Josh, who has done so much for the state of Pennsylvania. I am from the Philadelphia area. I know what he's done for the state, and I know how hard he can campaign. So I really believe that either one of those choices in my book would propel the Harris campaign to where they need to go, and we could address the issues we wanted to address. My biggest concern about Josh is probably, you know, we have a very big divide right now between the Palestinian contingent and the Jewish contingent, and how does his religion and his faith factor into that? Should it even factor into that? But unfortunately, we need to discuss it. But just bringing it back home to you, I really think that out of the candidates that are remaining left, the viable candidates, we have two really strong men who have been devoted to the country for a very long time. And you contrast that with J.D. Vance, who is calling women who can have children or women who choose to not have children cat ladies. I think if there's buffoonery going on, it's on the other side right now. And as an undecided voter, it's very, very hard to weed through how both sides can't get this right. How do we not have this right at this point in the campaign? It's actually ridiculous to think about what's gone on in the last month. I mean, I'm glad that the Democratic ticket kind of cleaned up the ticket, but on the Republican side, you know, pick Nikki Haley, pick Ron DeSantis, pick somebody that can give that ticket more credibility than J.D. Vance.
How much, Rhonda, would you say her VP pick? Because it sounds like while you may be undecided, you have strong feelings about what's happening during these campaigns. I think most of America does. Actually, I'm very impressed that we have 3 undecided.
So we got N. Williams. N. Williams, she says, I understand that Megan Thee Stallion is an entertainer. However, politically speaking, that was not the place for her to perform. And no one had to tell her that. She made that choice herself. I guess when she says she's talking about Kamala Harris making that decision to have Megan Thee Stallion there performing.
So listen. When I seen that, I said, oh, that's just Kamala mustering up all the black celebrities that she can to get the votes. Yeah. Now, last week, before you knew you was running for office, you wasn't fucking with black people. You was Indian. Yeah. Your mama was Indian or whatever, and you wasn't fucking with black people. But now this week, you running for office. Right. Now you got Megan Thee Stallion out here booty clapping on stage on your campaign. That is the type of nonsense. And I don't care. Listen, this is my opinion. And you have your opinion. My opinion is that you're not going to just bullshit me out of my vote. You're not going to just bullshit me because I'm black and now she's black. And now I'm supposed to just automatically take her bullshit because she's black. Bullshit. I call bullshit on it. Put the damn bullshit bell button.
Hold on. Well, we got another question real quick. Good question. Pull up. There we go. You already knew where I was going. So, do you guys believe that she should have picked Shapiro or Kelly instead of Waltz? What about Megan Thee Stallion? I thought, when you say what about Megan Thee Stallion, I'm almost certain you're not talking about as a presidential, as vice president.
They can't be talking about that.
No, that's not. This is Malcolm's. This is Miss Malcolm. You know, to a degree, I agree. I don't remember the white lady's name. Forgive me, sweetheart, for forgetting your name. But she had a great point at the end. There were a lot more people, better people that could have been picked on both sides.
Correct.
I do agree with that. Like, for instance, for me, we're from the South here, South Carolina, Georgia. Nikki Haley would have been a great pick for me on Trump's side. That's just me, right? She's the governor of South Carolina, has a great resume. That's what I would have loved to have seen Trump with. He picked this JD Vance guy, which shit, but that's just what it is. On Megan Thee Stallion, yes. I just don't agree with the whole performance shit. Excuse me, Ms. Malcolm. I just don't agree with it. It wasn't the right place, wasn't the right time. It was definitely what we might say, throwing the rod in the water to see what you can catch. And that catch was for black voters.
And she had other black rappers. Listen, black people are so much more than Megan Thee Stallion and black rappers.
Yes.
That's what I want to tell Kamala.
I agree 100%.
Black
and
people.
That should be that should be why most of this shit that I've seen on Facebook of black people, because that's how black people felt. It felt like a slap in the face, like, damn, this is what you think of us? This is how you get our attention with shows and like this is a fucking circus? No, bitch. We have hearts and souls too. Like, it's more to black people than the goddamn buffoonery that my partner used. I love that word, buffoonery. I'm start using that shit from now on. More than the goddamn buffoonery that you see her put on as a show, trying to get black people to come her way. Listen, you can say anything that you want about Trump. Everybody say he's a racist, he's this, he's that, and the third. But goddamn it, you can't dispute the economy that he had under his presidency. We wasn't paying goddamn $6 a gallon for gas. Groceries was not as high. The housing market, Jesus Christ, y'all, come on. Like, you could say all about, am I a Trump fan? Am I a Trumpette? No, but I agree with what the motherfucker's trying to do and what he wants to do. Everybody likes to throw out this Project 25 shit. Look, can that shit, okay? Right. A lot of the shit in there is goddamn Democrat rhetoric. That's that bullshit to throw you off from the opponent. This is a fight, like a boxing match, right? They're gonna do whatever it takes to knock the other one, out of the ring. So look past that bullshit. Just like we look straight past and straight through the bullshit that Kamala put on with this goddamn Megan Thee Stallion and whatever other rapper she had up there.
Right.
Whole thing was a goddamn gimmick, was a goddamn circus. And do y'all want to be a part of that? I don't want to be a part of nobody's goddamn circus.
So let me tell you this here. I am an independent. But after I did that news interview, I got so much backlash.
It was on your ass.
They were on my ass. I'm going to tell you now, don't try to bully me because I go Republican on your ass. And I vote for Trump. I'm undecided right now.
Oh, yeah.
But
we are Trump 2020.
Don't push me because my thing is what I like about Trump is he don't take kind to bullies. You can't bully that man. No. He gonna do what he want to do, whether it's right or wrong, whatever you think. So you can call me Uncle Tom. You could say this, you could say that, but at the end of the day, that's my fucking opinion, and I'm gonna stand on my fucking opinion.
Now I got a question. I got a question for you. So do you see how? I want you guys to see this point that I'm about to make really quick. Do you see how they turned over every stone looking to charge Trump with every charge, every felony they could? Do you think if they looked at Kamala as hard as they look at Trump, would they find enough felonies to charge that bitch the way they had him up on their mind?
Listen, all you people that's going by talk about Kamala Harris. Let me tell you something. When she was the Attorney General, she hammered
Black
African American people.
Yes.
To the ground. Okay? Pull up that comment by Alan. I don't know what that says, but read it to me. What did Alan say?
These black people have real issues. Family finances, security. You have to give us more than just booty shaking and rappers with diamonds. What are your policies? What are you going to do to help us?
Thank you, field goal.
Amazing.
Field goal, BJ.
Amazing.
Fucking field goal.
Yes.
Fucking field goal.
Now, we got another comment by Megan. This is not Megan Thee Stallion, by the way. She says Kamala is an incompetent puppet that is controlled by the elite groups which operate behind the scenes. They suppress African Americans with their nonsense, and for the past 4 years, she has not accomplished anything for the citizens
under the Biden
of this
administration.
country.
That's right.
Boom.
Bam.
We might as well close the show. See you next week, guys. I mean, they said it all. Between BJ and Megan, they both just, that's where we are. And people have to see that. Sometimes, bro, is it just me? Or sometimes I think motherfuckers be under a spell. I think it's like weak-minded people. These people are able to cast a spell on these people.
No.
And they just.
It's that my mama's a Democrat. Her mama was a Democrat.
So I'm gonna follow.
They raised me as a Democrat. I'm just going to fall in line with Democratic views.
But see, and that's how I grew up.
That's how I grew up too.
My parents was Democrats. My mom's still a Democrat. We have conversations right now, and whoever on the Democratic ticket, she's gonna vote for no matter what. I love you, Mom. If you see this, I'm sorry. I love you.
I love you too.
But I'm hard. But she gonna vote whoever is on the Democratic ticket. Boo Boo the fool could be on the goddamn Democratic ticket, and she gonna vote for him.
Check.
Right? Boo Boo the goddamn fool, and that's what one of the motherfuckers right now is Boo Boo the fool.
Yeah.
Because if you think I'm Boo Boo the fool, no ma'am, I'm not voting for your ass. But that's reality. You're exactly right.
So when I look at and I hear Kamala Harris talk about, and I'm sorry, I gotta say the truth because y'all know I'm Officer Keep It Real.
Don't be sorry, say the truth.
All right.
Say it now.
When I hear this woman talk about, oh, I love my collard greens. I cook my collard greens in a bathtub. First off,
ew, bitch. Why would
ew, what black person do you know to eat collard greens out of goddamn bathtub?
See that bitch? No, you know what?
This This is what I'm saying right here. This is the buffoonery that I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. We don't have a clip of that bitch saying it. Did she really say that?
She did say that.
Goddamn.
She said, yeah, I had so many people over, I had to make my collard greens in the bathtub. I said, are you freaking kidding me? What black person makes their collard greens in a bathtub? Pull up what BJ said one more time.
Pull up BJ. What did BJ say? Can you read that? I didn't read it.
Yeah, same administration, same policies. Kamala Biden, if you ask me, we need something different. And that is what is making more African Americans look to Republican views and independent views right there. Yes. Because we are not just drinking the fucking Kool-Aid.
No.
I'm sorry. I understand she's a black woman. I understand that this would be history for the first African-American female to be voted as president of the United States.
But it could have been somebody else.
It could have been someone else. And, well, first off, before I even go into that, go ahead and finish the video because I want to hear Mitch's view on this too.
At this point, because this is exactly who both candidates want to talk to, so it's fascinating to pick your brains. Rana, would there be a VP choice who you would say on the table now for Harris that you would say if she goes this way, I'm going to support the other side?
I would have to say Kelly. I just think Kelly is just like really what he's done for the country and what he puts forward would probably, swing me that way.
Anthony, are you with us? Anthony, are you with us?
Give me 1 second, yeah.
Okay. All right. While he's getting situated, go ahead and run a video.
I love Josh Shapiro. I think he would be a good candidate as well. But if you take a look at Kelly, his record, his demeanor, for all that's holy, I really think we need somebody who has some comment in this campaign. I think the country needs that. And I think Kelly could give us that.
Okay.
And his life experience and what he's been through and what his wife has been through just adds to his credibility and adds to the commitment he has. I mean, after Trump's assassination attempt, you would think that maybe Kelly would be afraid to do this. And after what his wife went through, you'd be afraid that that family would not want to give back to the country in this way. But the fact that he's willing to do it, I think will sway people across the aisle like me who are undecided, like all across the country. I think he could make a difference.
So we've talked a lot about the left. Mitch, I'm excited to pick your brain and get your perspective on all of this.
Just a second
Do you think
to Mitch? We got Anthony Kerr, a former defense attorney. Anthony, I don't know if you've been following the show or not. We're on to Kamala Harris, yes or no?
Kamala Harris, yes or no? By default, I would have to say yes, but I do know the consensus that I've been hearing is no. But I'm a hard no with Trump. So that's by default, yes with Harris.
Okay, great. That's fine. That's fine, brother. No problem. No problem. Okay, so I did a news interview 2 days ago on News Nation, and I don't know if you've seen it or not. Have you been following the show?
On News Nation? No, I didn't see that report.
Okay, well, it's sort of a long interview. It's about 4 minutes long, or maybe it's about 13 minutes long, I think. But anyway, I discussed Kamala Harris not identifying with the black culture and identifying with the Indian culture, which she got elected the first time. Then she's running for vice president. All of a sudden now she's quote unquote black and she cooks greens. She cooks greens that she washed in the bathtub, right? I don't know any black people that cook green or that damn clean greens in the damn bathtub. But anyway, that's what Kamala does. So now she's trying to identify with black people, and she has Megan Thee Stallion comes on, booty clapping and all this other stuff on there, trying to gain the black vote. When all this time, you ain't been for black people. But now since you're running for president, the Democratic Party is saying, oh, so to beat Trump, we'll do anything necessary. let's throw Kamala Harris in there. She'll get these black people together and get them on board to get the black vote. So let's throw Kamala Harris in there. Now, I know she's a black woman, and I know this will make history, but I'm not willing to sell my soul just on the fact that this woman who did not identify with the black community, now who's identifying with the black community for my vote. I'm not willing to do that. Your comments.
I could understand. I could understand that as I guess as a criticism of her. By no means am I a staunch proponent. I don't know enough about her views and her stance, but I do know that she's operated on a Democratic ticket. Then between a choice between a Democratic ticket and a Republican ticket, for me, I'd go with the Democratic ticket. Simply because I do not want to live in the great America where I'm back in chains, and that is my takeaway from Trump camp messaging that me and Kunte Kente would be neighbors if they had their way.
Well, Carl, if we know anything about American history and who actually had us in chains, it was the Republican Party that took us out of chains.
Right. It was an ideology. That ideology was on the Republican side at on the Democratic side at one point. Then in recent history, that ideology switched over to the Republican side, the conservative folks. But from my perspective, if let's say an interest group that is diametrically opposed, an interest group that's diametrically opposed to me, let's say the Klan and those types of groupings, when they go to the poll and they say what their issues are, what they care about, and who champions the things that they care about, say they're going to say the Republican ticket under Mr. Trump and his vice president, spot on with the messaging that they care about, the issues that they care about. And I think that's diametrically opposed to the issues that I care about.
But I think the biggest thing,
right?
But I think the biggest thing, Carl, and what you said, and you made some valid points, and I think the biggest thing when it comes down to both is what we see. And for me, I'm like Tripp. I'm independent, right? I'm nor Republican or Democrat. Now, most of my values are towards the Republican Party, but what I take from it is when there is free trade, when the economy can run freely the way that it needs to, that's what I see Trump pushes, right? Because when the markets, when industries can move freely, the industry moves the way it needs to. The Democratic Party wants everybody to rely on the government. Is what I take. Let me give you welfare. Let me give you ass load of food stamps. Let me give you this so that you can rely on us. Because the more of you guys I can get to rely on me, then whenever you piss me off, I can just take it away. I can control you like a dog, right? That's what I take from it. That's one thing I really don't like, because if you look at the economy under each party, when you look at under Donald Trump's reign, once again, I'm not in Trump's ass like some of these other people are, but I agree with a lot of what he says. If you look at how the economy was under his administration, unemployment was at a record low. The housing market was great. I mean, industry was just booming, right? As soon as and you see it like a political play. I don't know if you've ever seen the show House of Cards, right? Where there's always a political play. There was a political play with COVID. That's what got Biden's old ass in the office in the beginning. But when you look at the under his administration, we're giving billions of dollars to a country that's in a war that me and you have no idea what the fuck they over there fighting for, but we're giving billions of dollars to a whole nother country, And we still got homeless people here.
Homeless veterans.
Homeless veterans that's fought for this country, put their lives on line for this country, but we can't take care of them. But we can give Ukrainian people $13,000. Watch this.
Billion.
No. Billion. I'm talking about a number that I saw the other day. There was a bitch that got food stamps. She has $13,000 a month in food stamps. A Ukrainian has $13,000 in food stamps a month. But you telling me, once again, with 2 police officers here, you telling me we can't pay our law enforcement officers more? You telling me that we can't pay our teachers more? But we can give billions of dollars to a whole other country that probably deserves Russia's foot in their ass. If that's what y'all telling me, then I'll sit back and shut the hell up. And if y'all vote Kamala Harris in office, we might just move to a whole other country.
So let me ask you, I want to make one statement before I get to Alan. The Democratic Party, to me, are bullies. Because if you disagree with anything that they say, they shun you. I've got so many emails from people after this news interview dogging me out for my opinion. It's unbelievable. I will say this here. The Democratic Party, I was raised on. I went to the Republican side, then I went to the independent side. For the reason of the same thing that the Democrats is doing right now to me. If you don't agree with them, then they're dogging you out. You're Uncle Tom, you're this, you're that, all this other stuff. Just like they're doing on abortion rights.
Yes.
If you're a Democrat, they want to be able to control every aspect of you. Where the Republicans are saying, leave it to the woman. It's her freaking body.
It's her body, her choice.
It's her choice.
Leave that to her.
So you want me to just swallow Democratic views just because they're mostly black.
Fuck that.
And I'm not.
Can't do it, won't do it.
I'm not doing it. So you can miss me with all these fucking comments and all this rhetoric that you're saying. It ain't gonna fucking change my mind. All right, producer Reed Williams.
But we do have, before we read Williams, Allen's. We got Allen, but we got a really good comment from Megan. Megan's back.
Okay.
What with the attorney? We lost him a minute ago.
Oh.
And she said the attorney was wrong about the Democrats wanting to spread slavery to the West, and that Abraham Lincoln was the first successful Republican nominee president. And of course, Lincoln went on to be a pivotal historical figure in the abomination of slavery. And yes, I agree. I totally 100% agree. But most people don't really understand that shit because it's been flipped now. The slave master don't have overalls on no more.
That's right.
He wears a tie.
That's right.
And he plays games with our lives like we're just fucking pawns.
So what they don't like about Trump is that Trump's already a billionaire. And you can't fucking hold him accountable.
You can't fuck with it. Now their money is tied to our tax dollars, how they use our tax dollars. But Trump's like, hey, listen, I already got my money. I don't need y'all money, but I'm going to give it to you how it's supposed to be. BJ Allen says, I want to be honest with y'all. If the Democrats had something different to offer, then I might consider voting for somebody other than Trump. But if you can't paint a banana purple and call it something else, I agree, you can't. It's the same shit. Biden old ass. Listen, y'all, don't get me started. Biden old ass couldn't handle it from the jump, and now he's sick. He got to step down. Bullshit. That motherfucker probably died 3 months ago, and they had somebody with a mask on playing him. Who fucking knows, right? But to put her right back in the situation, gas prices will be at fucking $10 a gallon. Y'all keep fucking around. If you
I'm going to tell you what, and then we're going to get into Mitch, one of my other co-panels. I'm going to tell you this, Kamala, if you're ever watching this.
Hey, girl.
Black people aren't stupid.
You ain't stupid. I take it out.
And it is, we have a brain and we're no longer falling for that stupid shit. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. We have a brain and we see what's going on. It doesn't make us Uncle Toms. It doesn't make us sellouts. It makes us smart. God gave me a brain. God gave Player a half a brain.
I got half, but I use that to the fullest.
But he uses it to the fullest.
Yes.
All right? So don't knock me calling me Uncle Tom and all this other stuff because I went on a national news platform and told the fucking truth.
But do people know who Uncle Tom really is? Uncle Tom was a goddamn hero.
Who?
He was a goddamn hero. Uncle Tom. You know Uncle Tom?
Give me the speech real quick.
You never read the story?
I never read the story.
Jesus Christ. I'm not going to explain it now because there's a lot to it. But Uncle Tom was a good dude. The slaves just didn't think he was good because they had no idea. That's why they call black people Uncle Toms like that. Uncle Tom did what he did to try to free and help black folks, but they didn't understand what he was doing. But in the long run, he did something positive.
Fuck it, I'll be Uncle Tom then.
That'd be a motherfucker.
Call me Uncle Tom. Go ahead and roll the video. Oh, hold on. Stop.
Oh, Vanessa.
Whoa, Vanessa. Pull up Vanessa.
Click on Vanessa.
Pull up fucking
had
Vanessa.
something to say.
Black people have been programmed to think that if you're black, you're supposed to vote Democrat. Our people need to learn our history. The
Vanessa.
Dems.
Yes.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Good statement, because that's what a lot of black people do not understand. Awesome statement.
That's why I say we're gonna probably get canceled. I need everybody, when you're done, go to askacop.live and register there. Because when we go live, you'll be able to get the registers.
But I still don't think we're gonna get canceled because
I hope not.
I still haven't said faggot yet.
Triplet for president and Player for vice president.
Let's do it.
Now.
Hey, if you think this country's going to hell in the handbasket now, you should put us in office.
You're a real nigga. You're a real nigga for that, Daryl. Run the police chief, my boy.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
all right, go ahead and run the video.
Going after the Harris campaign, going after some in his own party is the most effective way to reach out to voters like you. If so or if not, what would you suggest to his campaign at this hour?
So I would suggest that he go after her campaign. This is politics. This is a presidential race. I just think he needs to go about it in a more tactful way. He's spent a lot of time in the last, I don't know, week or so, kind of targeting her identity, whether she's Indian American or whether she's black. And it just doesn't seem to be an effective strategy. I think a way better strategy would just be attacking her plainly, simply on her record of radicalism in the Senate, on her record of radicalism as the vice president, whether it's her support for Medicare for all, Green New Deal, her record in crime, her record as the border czar, as the VP. I mean, Trump has the luxury, I think, in this election cycle of being able to appeal to the median voter in saying, you're with me on these issues more than you're with her. Not every election cycle does the Republican have the ability to do that. Oftentimes the median voter just ideologically is going to agree more with the Democrat. But Trump, not in every issue, but in aggregate, Trump has her beat on the issues in terms of what voters care about, immigration, the economy. So if he just sticks to that and demonstrates Kamala Harris's record of radicalism, all of her conversations about equity that she constantly promotes, I think that's going to resonate with voters a lot more than, unfocused attacks about her identity, her background. So he should be going on offense, just not in this way.
And that's very interesting. So it sounds to me, and I see Daryl nodding at all of this. This is fascinating. When you say that, Mitch, when you say that he is winning on all of these issues, and I apologize, we're a bit short on time, why are you still saying that you're an undecided voter if you feel like he is the clear winner on the issues? Is it style points that make you fearful of voting for Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States? And if so, what concerns you the most about him holding that high office once again?
I guess I'm mainly concerned that while I do think he has her beat on a lot of the core issues, I'm mainly concerned that he's going to be a repeat of his first term when it comes to issues like the national debt, when it comes to spending. I do want to see a president who is genuinely governing with a conservative agenda when it comes to the budget, when it comes to trying to address the national debt. And I think, Trump did not show that he is capable through one term of doing that. I am optimistic that maybe if he surrounds himself with better people, he can do better, but I'm not optimistic about that.
Daryl, I'm going to give you final thoughts here. We only have about a minute left. What do you make of what Mitch just said? I see you nodding. I see you reacting to it. What are your thoughts?
Well, to me, we've always had a deficit problem since the beginning of time. I don't know if Kamala is Monday through Wednesday she's Indian or Thursday through Sunday she's Black. I don't care anything like that. What I care about is the person who is our commander in chief looking out for the United States of America, looking out for the little man and being fair and equal across the board. And I do not think that, and I'm sorry, I have to be honest, I do not think Kamala Harris is it. I think that the Democratic Party looked at it and said, oh, there's a Black woman, let's throw her in because I think she's the only one that could be able to possibly beat Trump, and then not looking at it as, would she be a good fit for the people, the taxpayers of the United States of America? Yeah, there is some room for Trump to improve on, absolutely. But in whole, as being an undecided voter, I could tell you right now, she doesn't have my vote yet. And I don't know that she will.
Oh, these conversations are so eye-opening. I wish we had more time. Rhonda, Mitch, Daryl, thank you all for joining us. We hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Vanessa says, the Democrats are the ones who had us enslaved. We have to educate ourselves. I agree. But Trip, go ahead. I know you got to say something about the interview.
So, here's the thing. Brother Malcolm, thank you. Read that from your producer. I can't see it. Oh, thank you, Brother Malcolm. You're always a good friend of the show.
Brother Malcolm.
When I did that interview, it was easy for me to do it. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'll look you in the eye and tell you. It was easy for me to do it because it's easy to tell the truth. This woman hasn't identified with the Black culture in so long. She married a white man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think there's anything wrong with marrying a white man.
But that whole was
right?
With, you remember Montel Williams?
Yeah, she was screwing with Montel Williams, stuff like that. But what I'm telling you is,
I would too.
Is that when you are trying to gain Black votes off the hem of identifying with Black people, and you've shunned us for so many years, saying you're Indian, all this other shit. Now you need us, and you come right back to Black people. Come on, that's the same song and dance that's been done for 100 years.
Nah, bitch, not this time.
Not this time, not on my watch. I'm not just selling my vote. I'm not just bowing to the political pressure. I have 10 kids, and I tell them all the time, if you have to stand for something or fall for anything. And I will tell every Black person out there, hear me loud, hear me clear. Kamala Harris is not it. I'm sorry, maybe another black person, but she ain't it. It's a lazy pick from the Democratic Party.
Yes. You ain't got nobody else.
I'm sorry. Don't hate me for it.
Nobody
Don't
else.
hate me for it. It's just my opinion. All black women in this chat marry a black man. I marry a black man.
We don't know that, BJ, but we can assume that.
So my thing is very simple here. Now, this is the nail in the coffin. Oh, this was just a prerequisite, what you just heard. All right. So that was before Kamala Harris picked the running mate. Who she picked? Okay. Now, there are other candidates who she could have picked. So, hold on a second. I want to show you this right here. I'm going to bring up the screen myself. This is the panel of a short list of who this woman picked.
Put up Vanessa's comment, please.
Pull up Vanessa's comment. What did Vanessa say? What did Vanessa say? I can't see
She
it.
says, as a people, have our lives ever been improved in any significant way with a Democrat in office?
Nope. Period. As y'all want to get ghetto, that's what we say. Period.
Period. Because I'm telling you, the Democrats, the agenda is let's control the people.
That's right.
Let's face it, people. Y'all say, okay, let's go back to our craft, right? You see how y'all act when we as the police try to control you guys. People don't want to be controlled. We want to be free. We want things to flow correctly and flow the way they're supposed to be. Conservative agenda, let free trade be free trade. Now, free trade says, somebody says, well, the rich just get richer. Okay, if you get your lazy ass up and work a little harder, you can have some money too.
Then you can be rich
you can have
too.
some money too. But if you got a whole party that's saying, well, let me give you this welfare, let me give you this check.
And don't worry about nothing else.
Don't worry, because if you make too much money at your job,
continue to smoke weed.
We're going to take the money back.
Continue to do drugs. Continue to kill each other.
Yes.
Continue to shoot Pookie and Ray Ray when they piss you off.
Yes. But when you have a party that says, let free trade be free trade, the harder you work, the more you get. The Democratic Party says, the more you don't do, the more we're
going to give you not do.
Because guess who pays for that?
The taxpayers.
You lazy ass people who don't want to work, don't want to do shit. You just want a handout. We pay for that shit because your lazy ass ain't working. And I'm over here busting my ass. I got 3 kids. I'm busting my ass taking care of my kids, but I got to take care of your lazy ass.
You got blood tests on those kids?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Right. 2 of them, but the third one. The third one is questionable.
It's questionable.
It's a question mark on him. But the bottom line is still, that's what the Democratic Party buy. Like I said, Trump might say some dumb shit, but it's dumb because, once again, I'll go a step further. That stupid shit when the U.S. stepped in and, helping Ukraine and all these other bullshit, and Putin was like, do it if you fucking want to. I'm a firm believer the only reason why Putin hadn't said shit over here is because of Donald Trump. They had a great relationship. They politically, business-wise, they had a great relationship. So who gives a fuck what he says?
Pull up Vanessa, because that's going into our next clip. Vanessa says...
Vanessa's on it.
Now, I don't know... Hold on. I don't know Vanessa, but I love Vanessa. All right? I love Vanessa. Because Vanessa is reading my motherfucking mind.
What she said? Let me see what she said.
Vanessa says all her potential picks are white men.
Oh.
She couldn't find not even one of our men to be her running mate. Enough said.
Enough fucking said.
Now,
Vanessa, you on it.
Vanessa, I love you. I don't even know who you are.
You get a free coffee mug.
You get a free fucking coffee mug, Vanessa.
Hit the
info@askacop.live.
Send your information.
Send it, and you gonna get a free fucking coffee mug. The other person who got the question right, info@askacop.live. Send your information. You're gonna get a free T-shirt. Vanessa, hold on, baby girl. I'm not done with you. If you notice, I'm going to tell you the state of mind of Kamala Harris. All the men up there are white. Now, I don't have a problem with that per se, other than the fact you trying to push the agenda of I'm so black and proud. There ain't a black man up there. She could not find one black person in the United States of America to be her running mate that she would even fucking consider. All right? Go to the next slide. I did. I found one. I ain't even in politics like that. I found one.
He said, I ain't even.
I ain't even.
That's an Atlanta talk.
Pull up the next. What we got here?
What we got?
Well, Westmore,
Who this nigga?
the first black governor of Maryland. Look at that. Look at that, Kamala. You could have even entertained, I'm not saying pick, I said entertain Westmore for vice president. He didn't even make the fucking short list. But you want us to believe that you for us and you want our fucking vote? Bitch, please, get the fuck out of here. And all you dumb motherfuckers who believe that Kamala Harris is for you, take a look at that.
God damn it.
That's all I got to fucking say right there. You have a pristine governor of Maryland who has an impeccable record, he did not even make the fucking short list because Kamala Harris is not running this shit. Kamala Harris is a fucking puppet. And all of you dumb black people out there who vote for her, all right, just off the whim of she's in a Democratic Party, you're throwing your vote away. I'd rather a fucking fighter for American president than someone who's easily influenced like Kamala Harris. Trump may not be perfect, but that motherfucker fights. He fucking fights and he stands on his own fucking ground. So Anthony Carr asks, what will Trump do for black people? Well,
that's an easy question.
Go ahead.
Lower gas prices, lower grocery prices, the real estate economy. The average nigga can't even afford rent right now.
That's true.
If you go back to his economy, you look at the numbers, unemployment was at a record low. That's what he would do for black
Not
folks.
only that, when we were in the middle of a COVID crisis, when no one could afford anything, businesses was going out of business. Black businesses. The key word there is what? Black business.
Black.
Was going out of business. Trump said, fuck that. Kill all this red tape and get these motherfuckers their money. Now, if you decided, hold on a second, if you decided to fraud the government and get money, we're going to deal with you later. So I don't want to fucking hear, well, so many people abuse the system and they got money unauthorized and all this other shit. Yeah, in a state of emergency, you got to do what you got to do. So, yeah, Trump lifted all the red tape for that shit and got black businesses, white businesses money. So you mother lovers telling me as an independent that I'm an Uncle Tom sellout, this and that. And don't fucking push me. Because I'll start doing the fucking Trump dance. The Trump dance. I'll start doing the Trump dance on y'all ass.
Please don't do that again.
I'll do it.
No,
I don't fucking give a fuck.
That's
The truth is the truth. So listen, we need a commander-in-chief who's serious about the American people. Black, white, or indifferent. You telling me, Kamala Harris, that you're running for the president of the United States, and the best person that you could think of to come to your opening is Megan Thee Stallion and Booty Clap?
Damn stop. So we couldn't have picked any fucking body else. But Vanessa, which is one of my dearest, most beautiful, most wonderful friends in the whole wide world, she says we are so brainwashed.
My brother's on here, Lefty.
We just thought Lefty had a couple other comments.
I didn't see them.
We couldn't pull it. I seen it, but the comments be coming in so heavy. We had 8,000 people here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa says we're so brainwashed that we just throw our votes behind Democrats. Might as well say, yeah, Massa.
Yes, sir, Massa.
Yes, sir, Massa.
Yes, sir, Massa. What you want us to do next, Massa?
Massa, shut up, nigga. Okay.
Hey, Massa, I gotta play. Jeff Player ain't working, Massa.
Hey, fuck you. Well, wait a minute. I'm light skinned. I be a house nigga.
You be a house nigga.
Dark skin. You be outside.
Oh, I'll be out there in the frame. My hands be all fucking cut up and everything.
Listen, if Daryl was a slave, he'd have a 32-inch waist.
But hey, people, I want to tell you, pull up Lefty's comment. Pull up Lefty's comment. Thank you. Thank you. This is my brother. He knows me better than anybody in the world. We grew up together.
Lefty.
Yep. That's
right.
my
Lefty.
My
You left-handed?
No, he's not fucking left-handed. I don't think. I don't know if he's left-handed or right-handed. I don't know, but that's my family right there. And thank you for the support. Because
Lefty,
I know.
Lefty, put in the comments why they call you Lefty. I'm just curious.
Let me tell you something. There's so many people in my family who will not talk to me to today.
What the fuck you did?
Because I did that news interview about Trump.
Oh, fuck.
And they said, hey, F you, all this other stuff. So I don't give a fuck. All right. If you don't like me because of my viewpoint, I still love you. All right. You don't have to love me.
But do we? We don't.
Yeah, I do.
You good.
I do, because I believe that everybody has a right to have their own thing.
Ladies
You have a right to think how you think, and I have a right to think how I think. But you can't bully me. You can't bully me. I'm like Trump on that aspect all day long. Motherfucker, you can't bully me. I'll look you in the eye and tell you, you can't bully me. You can't internet bully me. You can't fucking physically bully me. Into believing something I fucking don't.
Nobody's trying to bully you.
I need a drink.
He had a flashback from elementary school.
No, these motherfuckers coming after me online.
Yeah, I know they are. But you got to stick with it. You was on national TV.
Someone said I'm sick. Hold on.
No, Leonard Seymour Sr. said, you sick. You sick, massa. In the voice of a Negro plantation Negro. Yeah. You sick, massa.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, Lonnie Moore, is that I may be sick.
He ain't talking to you because you would never talk to Massa. You be at the fields, your black ass.
Right.
He talking to me. I be in the house.
Okay, wait a minute. He said, no, you sick. We sick, Massa. The voice of the plantation Negro. He's talking. Is he talking to me?
I think he's talking to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Every black person.
I'm gonna tell you this here. If you are talking to me, and I don't know if you are or not, I may be sick, but I know one thing. At a time
not sick like that. He's saying like you don't get it.
No, I don't get it. Fucking God.
He's not saying you sick like a bad thing. He's reiterating the the master comment.
Oh, okay, all right.
See,
that's fine.
What I
was going to say is that if I'm sick, then I know this here. The people who did for me at the lowest time of the American economy when COVID hit helped me out. Pull up.
So he said it. So meaning plantation Negroes agree with everything Master say.
Yes.
That's what he was trying to say.
Yes.
Yes, Lenny,
yes.
I agree with what you were saying.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. But we have to break out of that shit. Because that's
and the only way we break out of it is shows like this.
Oh, well, wait.
Because people say, well, what does the political arena got to do with Ask a Cop? I'll tell you. When you talk about the safety of our borders and letting everybody into our borders, it has a direct effect on our crime rate.
It does. It does.
I'm sorry, it does. I love everybody.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, last comment from N. Williams. And this goes along with what you just said, Lenny Moore. Lenny Moore. N. Williams says, I think at this point, as Black people, we should just come together, officially boycott the presidential campaign. That's the only way things are going to become necessarily changed. I so agree with that.
What happened now? What happened? Jesus Christ! I've got too much Wolford. Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna read it again. We had 2 hours. All right.
All right, go ahead.
N. Williams says, I think at this point, Black people should just come together, officially boycott the presidential campaign. That's the only thing that's going to get bring the necessary change.
The only problem with that is there's so many of us who are brainwashed who think Democrat, that it will no matter what happens, they want Democrat. And it's not that simple anymore. Back in the 20s, maybe. 2024, it's not that simple.
You was back there.
I've got somebody right now who's dear and near to me who won't fucking talk to me because I have a difference of opinion. And if you're trying to bully me to profess my love to you because of a difference of opinions over political views, that's exactly what the Democratic Party does.
Yes.
And I won't do it.
As a Black person, Alan said.
Pull up Alan.
We gotta go. We really gotta go.
Yeah, I know. We're over.
We keep goddamn going. As Black people, we are not falling for the okie doke no more. The Democratic Party will never get our vote off of GP again. I don't know what GP stands for. We keep going.
General purpose.
Okay, cool. This is a new day. Address our issues.
Thank you.
Or lose the election.
Ain't that what we do?
I think it's not poetry. Snap.
I agree 100% with Alan.
100% agree.
No more are we doing this dumb, I'm a nigga sitting by the door type of thing, and you can just tell me anything, and I'm just, okay, master, I believe it, because we is a Democrat.
But there's a lot of them niggas like that out there.
Wake up, Black people.
There's a lot of them niggas out there.
Wake up, Black people. Let's go.
Bliss Ray says, you're right, man.
And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for saying this. Let's go, Black people. I'm sorry. I know it's uncomfortable. I know this is the way that we've been taught. I know this is what mama believes. I know this is what grandmother believes. I know this is what her mother believes. I know this is what her mother's believes. But it doesn't make it right. We need to start our own party. Yes.
We need to start a party that's called. No, I'm not
Laugh out
we
loud.
just have to, like I believe, like what N. Williams said, and it's not just about Black people. It's about all people should boycott this shit and say, you know what? We ain't voting for a motherfucking person because all y'all full of shit.
Well, I'm not going to say that because I'm going to tell you something. I know Trump have done some things that I don't agree with. But he's a fucking fighter.
He is a fucking fighter. He ain't out here sucking dick like Kamala Harris is.
Oh,
Which,
God.
by the
We're
way-
fucking
Which,
canceled.
by the way, honey.
Jesus Christ.
Whenever them jaws get ready, this dog ready. You said that bitch is pretty though. I mean,
She is a good looking woman.
She can get it,
but
I'll give it to her.
She's a sellout.
She is definitely a sellout.
I'm sorry, say it.
She's a sellout. I still give it to her.
Okay, well, people, we've been 2 hours and 4 minutes over time. I'm sorry, but this was such a hot topic, and it went in on your boy. But I have to just prove.
I'm saying sorry. We still got 1,000 people watching.
Yeah.
So clearly, the shit is interesting.
It's very interesting. And
so if you want us to keep going, put in the comments. If not, then good night.
No, we're going to get off of here because we're over our time.
Yeah, we are.
We're
out of work.
And we're out of.
So I gotta go.
So, but I'm going to tell you this: I want only God's will to be done. No man or woman, God's will be done. Thank you, Malcolm. Absolutely. And sometimes a warrior has to war. And I'm sorry that, I just don't feel Kamala right now. I know the whole black thing and stick together and all this other shit, but I gotta vote my fucking conscience.
It's fucking conscious, dude.
I do.
So passionate.
I have to vote my fucking conscience. So if you like the show, if you feel the show, share it with your friends. Share it with your loved ones. Right now, buy some merch, buy some t-shirts, buy a coffee mug, anything to support the show.
So we can keep on going.
So we can keep on going,
because Pookie over here.
All right.
We got to
if Kamala felt that strong about black people, there's other picks that she could at least entertain. I'm not saying going with, I said entertain.
Entertain.
And she didn't even do that. So anyway, this is our time, people.
Hey, but can you think Obama ran 2 times for president? Do you think that bitch could have brought him on?
Vanessa says she's black when it's convenient. She's not really down for the cause. I agree with you, Vanessa.
Vanessa, God damn it, you have come through tonight.
You have. I'm not gonna lie about that one.
Vanessa have come through tonight. Let me tell you about Vanessa. Vanessa, like I told you, she is one of my dearest friends from back home. Beautiful soul, beautiful woman. She is great. Vanessa, I love you. Tell Grandpa I love him too.
Absolutely.
She's gonna cuss me out after the show. But yes.
But yeah. So anyway, people, this is our time. We're 6 minutes over. We schedule it for an hour. We always go an hour and 45 minutes over because of so many comments. Now we're at an hour and 6 minutes and 59 seconds over. So we got to get off of here, people. But I want to say join in next Thursday, same time at 8 o'clock.
What do you guys want to hear?
Right.
Like, chime in. Even though the live show is over, comments are still open.
Yes.
Chime in. What do you want to talk about next week? What do you want to hear about? What issues might you have with law enforcement that you just like, hey, I got a quick question. Chime in. Like, let's talk about it. Like, we pick these topics, honestly, based off of what y'all are saying. We have a survey out. If you don't see the survey, go to askthecop.live. Go to the very bottom, put your email in, subscribe to the newsletter. In that newsletter, you can put your opinion in. You can say what you want to talk about. Hey, I got a goddamn speeding ticket 2 weeks ago. The officer was a total dick. What can I do about it? Put that shit in. We'll talk about it. That's how you get in touch with us. That's how you put your opinion in. And that's how we get our topics.
And I love you, son, Daryl. I love you, son. It's a good man there. So follow Jeff at, if you want to send him an email, jeff@askthecop.live. If you want to contact me, it's Daryl, Daryll, @askthecop.live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Pretty ladies, you got my email.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Love you guys.
We love you guys. Thank you so much. It's my opinion. It's Jeff's opinion. It's your opinion. We all come together as one to make this show. It's not just Jeff and I. It's you guys too. Play a important part. My name is Daryl Triplett. This is Jeff Player. My name is Jeff. And
See, I get it.
I know. We are out. Peace. Thank you.
I'm from Atlanta, what? We had that beat. You know what I'm talking about?